name is Tabitha. I'm here from Tabby Ferments. I decided to shoot some videos and put it on YouTube because I have so many different fermenting projects on the go. It might help me keep track of what I'm doing, and I get to show you all. This is a batch of wine that I started. A friend of mine picked some beautiful grapes just before they are no longer good because it's getting cold here in October up in Ottawa. And she brought me over a huge basket. I cleaned them and de-stemmed them and got all the debris and bugs out. Afterwards, put them in a cooler, and my daughter tramped them all down for about 15 minutes. And then the following day, my friend, because it's quite heavy, transferred it into this bucket for me. And now I have to stir it once a day, morning and night. And we put in some sulfites and a cleaning agent that stays in there to keep, that cleans the grapes, but it stays in there. And we'll see how this all turns out. So that's what I've got going on here in the closet. Then under my kitchen sink, I have some other things going on. I have a batch of kombucha. I make kombucha now, it's not my 5th time. And this time I've chosen to make a chocolate tea kombucha. This container, this vessel, is not as big as the other vessel that I use. You can see the mushroom, the kombucha mushroom in there. Now, I was always measuring out 3.5 quarts because my recipe is 3.5 quarts of water, but that got tiresome. So I just put a piece of decorative duct tape there to the line, and I'll just add water to that line, and you steep 8 tea bags of black tea. This one, like I said, is chocolate, and I'm assuming it's black tea. I'll show you the container. I'm hoping it's black tea. From what I read, it indicated that it was chocolate and chocolate spice, but there's caffeine in there, and what the kombucha needs is the caffeine. The kombucha lives off of sugar and caffeine, so there's a cup of sugar in the 3.5 quarts of water, boiled water. So that you let the tea bag sit for 3 hours in there to cool with the sugar, and then you take the tea bags out, and then you put your SCOBY, your kombucha mushroom, back into the container, and then it begins to ferment. Now, I've never had it go and overflow, but this one here overflowed a little bit in my cupboard, so I had to wipe that all up. This is a third thing I've got on the go. I started this last week as well. A friend of mine gave me some Kefir grains. There they are there. You can rinse them off and they become more like beige, and they slow down their growth, but I'm not wanting to do that. I need more, not less. So I don't rinse them off. So I started Friday, so on Sunday morning, Friday I put in some coconut milk because my friend had never used coconut milk, and you can use coconut milk for 2 rounds, so for 2 productions of it, you can use coconut milk. So I poured in some coconut milk with this into that size jar, and you let it sit in the cupboard. You put some paper towel over it with an elastic, and then you put that in. I put it in where my glasses are, so that every time I go in there to get a drink or something, I just kind of give it a little shake. It likes to have a little shake, and you'll see the kefir sort of thicken up and turn that milk, in that case coconut milk, into like a more thicker coconut milk. And this here, after I dumped that out on Sunday morning, I tasted it. It was absolutely delicious. So I added regular milk. I use 2%. My friend uses homogenized, but I was watching another video on YouTube, and the lady suggested that you just use regular milk. If you can get raw milk, that's even better, but I can't access raw milk, so I just use 2% regular milk. And that's what's in the bottom there. I just drained that off. You're supposed to use plastic, not food grade plastic would be better than this metal sieve I have. I'm going to pick one of those up soon, but you just push it through the sieve with like another utensil, usually like a spatula, but I found this works really good because I can sort of stir it up and push it down. You just sort of squeeze it. When you're squeezing it, you're activating it, and it's good to get it activated once it's out of its solution. And now this is a living culture. It's a bacterial culture. It's a healthy bacteria that we need in our guts to help us with our digestion and absorb our food and clean out our intestinal tract to fight disease. I'm doing this mainly for healing foods to stay healthy. Now, what you can do with those kefir grains now is start a new batch, which I will in that jar again. So I'll put some kefir grains in there and I'll fill it up with milk. And then with the new kefir milk that's below there, I'm going to take that and I'm going to make some yogurt and I'm going to make some cheese. So the way to make the yogurt